What's up you guys, it's your boy Hayden back in another video, and today we're going to be talking about Michael Jackson socks. Alright, this is a very interesting topic, so to speak. It's because it's such an iconic piece of Michael Jackson's wardrobe that I think has been talked about before, but we're really milking the Michael Jackson wardrobe series, so to speak. We've done a lot of jackets, we've done a lot of shirts, but we've actually never talked about socks before, which is very interesting because the more I research about these socks, there's actually a lot of history that's behind of it in terms of context, the different tours. Yeah, this is probably arguably as iconic as his glove in terms of the production as well. So let's get into it. Now, this is my third pair of Michael Jackson socks. This is the first socks that I've ever owned. I mean, as you can see, it's very cheap. The crystals, they're very cheap as well. And I guess the sock material isn't really that much of a sock material. It kind of broke after, 2-3 times of vigorous stage wearing. As well as these are another pair that I have. From afar, it looks really nice, but up close, it looks really cheap and nasty. But I think that these socks that I own at the moment, they're really good in terms of, the actual size of it, as well as the crystals itself. I'll get into it as well. But yeah, they're really great socks, and that, yeah, I haven't worn these on stage or in a dance video yet. I'm yet to wear them. However, let's get into it. They're really accurate to what Michael Jackson wore, and that, I'll tell you my thoughts about it. So a bit of context for the socks. They're actually different socks that he worn on different tours. They span from the appearance, the size of the crystal, the material as well. And yeah, I'll give you some context about these socks. So before we get into it, that these socks compared to MJ socks, these are actually sock coverings. I'll show you later in the video how to put these on as well. But MJ socks, he actually had white athletics tennis socks in which he had the crystals sewn onto them. So he actually had really long socks, and it had crystals on top of them sewn into them, but these are just sock coverings that go on top of your initial socks. So this is what one auction listing says. It says, a pair of white cotton athletic socks featuring individual square Swarovski iridescent crystals, hand sewn to uppers of socks in parallel rows. These socks were worn on the Dangerous Tour in Bucharest, Romania in 1992, and can be seen wearing these socks on the cover of No. 1s. Accompanied by MJ Live in Bucharest, the Dangerous Tour DVD, in which Jackson can be seen wearing these socks, and the length is 21.5 inches. The second one says, a pair of acrylic tube socks custom designed with uppers covering in alternate rows of hand-sewn Swarovski lock rosen and square crystals. The hand-sewn construction of the socks would suggest that they were from the era of the 1984 Victory Tour. And last but not least, in this listing, it's kind of like a 2-for-1 kind of deal. It says a 2-piece black silk paisley pajama ensemble with white buttons and piping, and a pair of white socks embellished with crystals. He wore this for a photo shoot for Vibe magazine. But yeah, overall these socks, they're really cool. As you can see, he wore them throughout his whole life, so to speak, on tour. And here is a video of me putting them on. Okay, so this is my understanding on how these socks work. I don't know if it's the right one, but I guess this is, let me know in the comments if this is actually correct. So what I've got is, I've got the loafers right here as well as the socks. And I think the socks go on first. I don't know which is actually the top. I think this is the top. How it works, I should say. It slips on top like that. And then the cuff kind of goes on top. So as you can see, now it's literally just a sock cover, so to speak. Kind of looks like that now. And that once you put your loafers on, I think now it's just kind of adjusting it. And cool, that's what, I guess, it's a bit lazy, but I guess that's kind of like what the pants looks like in regards with the socks. Looks pretty cool. But yeah, I'm sure if you kind of like adjust it a little bit to make it a bit more baggier. Actually, that kind of looks a bit worse. I don't know, it looks cool when MJ does it, but when I do it, it kind of looks a bit cheap and tacky, but I guess it is what it is. And yeah, that's about it in terms of the socks. I can't really say too much about them. They're just socks at the end of the day. But yeah, hopefully I get to wear this on stage or in a dance video. Yeah, overall they're really, really high quality sock coverings. I think the material is very, very thick as well. It feels like a jumper material as well. And the crystals are sewn in a parallel styling, just the original. And yeah, that's about it. Hope you enjoyed, like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Catch you around.